Alright, what is up my friends? Welcome to another Monday video here on CoolStuffInc.com. We got one here that I like a lot. I wrote about this deck maybe 2 weeks ago. We're still exploring the Pioneer format, and I wrote about an earlier version of this deck a few weeks ago. And this is the update, adding a number of very, very powerful cards and a color. So, what do we got here? We have a Sram Auras deck. Now, Saram's a card I like a lot. I've played this card in Standard before. I built the blue-white Sram Auras deck in Standard that was popular for a while. And Pioneer is a spot where Sram gets to really, really shine. Sram is a fantastically powerful card, great synergy card. Sram's a 2/2 legend for 2 mana. It says whenever you cast an aura, equipment, or vehicle spell, draw a card. And that is a heinously powerful effect. While auras, equipments, and vehicles aren't exactly the most powerful card types in Magic, imagine if it said draw a card if you played a creature or an instant, and how unbelievably broken that would be. Well, we have to fill our deck with auras, but the payoff is huge. And realistically, there's enough really good auras that our deck is fine even if we don't draw Sram, but really good when we do. So Sram is the heart and soul of this deck. And this is basically sort of like Affinity, but with enchantments instead of artifacts. So our key cards are, of course, Sram, as well as Helm of the Gods, a 1-mana equipment. It says, equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control, which is a large quantity of a deck. And this is our Cranial Plating. It is cheaper than Cranial Plating, and it boosts toughness as well. So, very, very powerful card. We also have Ethereal Armor, which is the same effect, +1/+1 for each enchantment, and First Strike on a 1-mana aura, a card often seen in Bogles. And then All That Glitters, the new one, same effect, but also counts artifacts, does not give First Strike. So this actually counts the Helm of the Gods, which is kind of cool. And all 3 of these auras make our creatures ridiculously huge. Now, normally in a Bogles deck, you would be making a creature with hexproof super huge, because you don't want to pile all your eggs in one basket. In this deck, we're trying something a little bit different. We're not actually too scared of that for a number of reasons. One, well, we're drawing a lot of cards with Sram, right? So we play a creature, we play Sram, and we put a Ethereal Armor on it, draw a card, put a Griff Spoon on it, draw a card, then the creature dies. We're actually at card parity, because every aura cantripped. And also, the removal in Pioneer isn't great. Aside from Fatal Push, which we have some answers to the black removal, most removal is damage-based. We're looking at Wild Slash, Shock, things of that nature. And a lot of the decks aren't even playing that much removal regardless. So our creatures are often going to live pretty much just in general. At least that's the plan. But then defense-wise, we also have some Stubborn Denials, which we'll get to. Our other big aura is Curious Obsession. Of course, this card had a Stranglehold on Standard for a while, won a Standard Mythic Championship. Really, really, really powerful card, and goes hand in hand with Sram to make sure this deck can draw a lot of cards as early as turn 2. And same sort of thing where we put this on a creature, we attack with it, we draw a card, then they kill our creature. At least we're at card parity, worst case scenario. So let's look at our creatures real fast. We're playing 8 copies of the enchantment creatures from Theros, and much like Frogmite or Ornithopter being artifacts, these help to really push our synergies. So a Hopeful Eidolon with the Helm of the Gods and no other enchantments in play is still a 2/2 lifelinker. So the fact that Helm of the Gods counts the creature itself is super awesome. Hopeful Eidolon, a 1/1 lifelinker for 1, which is honestly a fine vessel for our auras anyway. Also has the Bestow ability. So for 4 mana, we can make this into an aura, give a creature lifelink, which is huge, and draw a card off Sram. And then if the creature dies, the Hopeful Eidolon falls off and stays into play as well. Other enchantment creature here is Nyxborn Shieldmate, 1/2 for 1. Cheaper bestow cost and more powerful bestow ability. No lifelink though, but again, plays great with Helm of the Gods. Great vessel for our creatures. We're also playing 2 Lagana Band Trailblazer if we're concerned about red removal or toughness-based removal, Anger of the Gods, Languish, things like that. Then getting this thing up to a large toughness quickly is not too hard. And we want to have a creature on turn 1, so having 10 is a pretty good way to go. We have our 4 Sarams, then we have 2 Adanto Vanguard's holdover from Standard. Just a good card. Not hexproof, but pretty hard to kill. This card's going to be important when our opponent wants to interact. If our opponent does not want to interact, this card's not very good. So we're only playing 2 of them. That may or may not be correct. And now, perhaps the most important reason to add blue to this deck. In the initial white version, we were playing a couple copies of God's Willing to protect our creatures when necessary. We get to play Stubborn Denial if we're playing blue. And ever played against a Shadow deck before, Stubborn Denial is really good. We are very likely to have a creature power 4 or greater with all of our power boosting enchantments. And this ends up being a 1-mana counterspell a large percentage of the time. Very, very powerful card in kind of a tempo-based aggro deck like this. I'm very excited about Stubborn Denial. Again, the previous versions of his deck were mono white, and they did quite well. And Stubborn Denial adds kind of a whole new element to the deck. Unfortunately, our mana is not great. The allied color mana pair in Pioneer don't have the best options for lands for aggressive decks. There are no fast lands and no pain lands available. We have our dual lands, of course, but unfortunately we're forced to run Glacial Fortress, which may come in tapped occasionally, and we're just playing Mana Confluence. Because frankly, we just need sources of white or blue mana that come into play untapped every turn. Port Town, in a deck with 20 lands and 4 Glacial Fortress and 4 Port Town, we only end up having maybe 9, 10, 11 things that come into play untapped. That's just not enough. Doesn't work. And then the other options don't work very well either. We can't have any tap lands in this deck. Everything costs 1 and 2 mana. Gotta come in untapped. So Mana Confluence is not ideal, but we do stand to gain a lot of life from Hopeful Eidolon usually, so it should be okay. Sideboard's got a lot of good cards. If we're concerned with our opponent interacting with us more than we would like, typically black is the color that gives us the most trouble with Fatal Push, Thoughtseize. We have 2 Knight of Grace as extra vessels for auras. We also have a Johnny's Presence as a protection spell. This card also very important against Supreme Verdict, because we cannot counter Supreme Verdict. So having an answer to that is pretty important. We have more copies of the 4th copy of Stubborn Denial, as well as a copy of Disdainful Stroke. We got to counter things. A couple removal spells in Declaration and Stone. A couple Authority of the Consuls for the mono red matchup. And then we have perhaps one of the coolest cards in the sideboard, Hushbringer. The Kali Honor Guard like effect that also stops death triggers as well. This card is phenomenal against Reflector Mage, humans, any sort of Rally the Ancestor deck trying to do death trigger stuff. It's a very, very powerful hate bear. It is a 1/2 flying lifelink, which is perfect in this deck. Slap a Helm of the Gods on it, and it's everything you ever wanted. It has evasion already, it has lifelink already. Fantastic card. And then lastly, we have Rest in Peace, which is great because not only is it a great sideboard card, but also an enchantment to pump up our ethereal armors. So, deck, this is my first shot playing the blue version of this deck. I've been very impressed with the mono white versions. So we're going to give it a roll. But first, let's hear a word from our sponsor, CoolStuffInc.com.
This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. To learn more about this deck, click the link in the video's description below to read Jim's article.
All right. Here we go with our first match, Azorius Auras. Stubborn Denial, Ethereal Armor, Hopeful Eidolon, Grisboon. Pretty happy with this. Playing against Magic Online legend Sandy Dog MTG, former GP winner. Sandy Dog loves mono red decks. Okay, so our goal against red is to try and set up a turn where we make a Hopeful Eidolon really big all in one shot and not expose ourselves to being hit with a shock. So we're going to probably end up playing this on turn 3 and try and armor it and boon it with Stubborn Denial backup. But we'll see how the game plays out and things what we draw. So, okay. We're going to play Glacial Fortress tapped and kind of hide what we're playing a little bit here, I think. So an Eidolon with an armor and a boon on it would be +3. It'll be a 4 toughness creature, which is probably good enough. Soulscar Mage is a little annoying. Definitely would like to see a missed land drop here. Okay, that's actually pretty good. Curious Possession also. Okay. So now with Sandy Dog missing a land drop here, we could go Hopeful Eidolon go with Stubborn Denial up and then set up for an armor obsession turn next turn. The only way that gets screwed up is if he draws a land and has a shock, which would probably lose us the game. Otherwise, we can just play the Eidolon and play the armor and the boon on it as planned, all in one shot. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to wait. We're not in supreme danger of dying. And we get to go Eidolon, armor, boon, meaning it'll have +4. It'll be +4, +3. It's close. It's really close. But yeah, we basically lose the game if they have shock and draw land. So we're just going to play lands, go. We're not under a lot of pressure here either. So once the Eidolon gets in play and they can't kill it for a turn, we get to untap and put more stuff on it, the game basically ends. Because mono red just can't beat a huge creature with lifelink. To them, it probably looks like we're playing blue-white control also. They might even slow down a little bit, try and pump the brakes. We'll see what happens. All right, there's the land. Could even shock us, honestly. Smuggler's Copter. Now we could Stubborn Denial this and then go Eidolon and play our stuff. Copter is really good. I guess we're not Stubborn Denying to protect our thing anymore. Yeah, I think it's actually fun. Of course, the cool thing about Denial is in the first few turns, you're just a 4 spike. Doesn't need to be on, per se. Nyxborn Shieldmate. Other option is we could just play Shieldmate and then put the armor and the boon on it, and then bestow the Hopeful Eidolon on a later turn. That does require drawing a land, though. I don't think I'm cool with that, so... So now we have a 5/4 first strike. If they have 2 shocks, well, then we're maybe in trouble, but... Uh-oh. All right, that's really bad. Yeah, that's pretty unfortunate. I mean, I'm not sure what else we could have done as far as waiting. We could maybe playing the Shieldmate was better, but... So the Shieldmate does have 4 toughness. They have another Wizard's Lightning, could be in big trouble, but... Beginning of combat, Lightning Strike the Shieldmate? Why would they do that before I block? It's very odd. Alright, well, this has got to be pretty good. I guess we're just cranking it up here. We're very likely to die, but... Still have 3 cards in hand? Jeez. So maybe countering the copter was incorrect. I don't know. I mean, we are at 7. They still have 4 cards in hand. Probably should have just played this. In case you want to equip the Griff Boon next turn. All right. I guess if there's no land here, it's not the end of the world. All right, so you basically just need to draw a Hopeful Eidolon. That's our only out. Or draw... That's it, just basically Hopeful Eidolon. We go to 3 here, and we're dead to a Lightning Strike, or basically anything. That is not a Hopeful Eidolon. Stubborn Denial is actually really good. Wow, that plays. Okay. We're probably still dead, but as far as somewhat useful things go, Stubborn Denial is definitely on the list. So I get to Prowess anyway. So we're still dead to most things, but and then Griff's Boon represents 3 or 2 damage. All right, so we're gonna trade and block and go to 1 life point. And then if we can draw one of our big aura cards, maybe win the game. Hopeful Eidolon would also be great. Or Sram. In which case, I would rather just draw 2 cards and try win the game next turn. No point in Griff Spooning here, so it's just attack. And we need to draw another blocker. That also works. I guess we're gonna... Doesn't really matter, I guess, what happens. I guess we can hold the Banishing Light, because I'd rather they attack, we block with the Shieldmate and the Sram, and then we banish like their blocker and kill them next turn. I guess we also have the Griff Spoon, doesn't even matter. Don't think it really matters. It just comes down to can they draw a creature next turn or not. Unfortunately, we can't tap our Mana Confluence, so we can't cast all 3 things. But is there a benefit to playing Banishing Light over a blocker? I don't know if they have any like creature-only removal. It doesn't really matter, though. We're just dead anyway. Let me just play the Sram and probably the Banishing Light. I'm sorry, I'm gonna play the Shieldmate. So I can't Banishing Light and Griff Spoon. Yeah, I'm gonna play the... I guess I'll play Banishing Light. Some more mana efficient. I'm not actually sure what's correct here. With Griff Spoon in the graveyard, removing a blocker doesn't really matter. So we just give it flying and win the game next turn. So we gotta hope they brick here. They have 2 cards in hand. Any haste creature or burn spell kills us, which is probably about a third to a half of their deck. Light up a stage. Okay, so looking for land shock here. Or land haste creature. God. So brutal. All right. Very close game. Very close game. Could have maybe played our Hopeful Eidolon a little bit safer, but that sucks. All right. So we're going to board 2 Authority to the consoles. Probably 2 Declaration Stones and a Stubborn Denial. We're going to take out the Adanto Vanguards. I don't think Banishing Light is great either. And I don't mind shaving a Griffspoon. I don't think the flying is as relevant as it would be in other matchups. I think I'm pretty happy here. We still have Trailblazer to put stuff on as well, so just need to be careful with our stuff. Helm of the Gods also really good. We took a shot at them not having 2 kill spells. They had 2 kill spells. Kind of sucks, but them's the break sometimes. And we almost won the game anyway, but it's all about Hopeful Eidolon. Just got to make sure it lives. All right, go on first. I suppose the die roll is also important in that game too. All right, there's Hopeful Eidolon, and there's the stuff that goes onto it. All right, we're gonna keep. Not a great hand, but it's fine. Bottom against a 6. If you can draw any 1-mana aura, which doesn't really matter because you can't do all in one turn, but all right, we're just saying yep. I mean, Eidolon is good for sure, but if we accomplish our plan of making a huge Hopeful Eidolon, then Eidolon and the Great Rebel doesn't matter that much. Problem is now they can just leave mana up. Well, that is a pretty good combination. The Eidolon plus Ferocidon can't gain life curve. Now I think we're in big trouble. Now we can make our thing huge, but we're probably just going to die. So we need to draw a way to remove the Ferocidon, which you probably don't have. We do have a huge blocker, but we've also drawn only lands this game too, which doesn't really help. I suppose we only have 2 ways to remove this. It's pretty terrible. So we're probably just dead now no matter what, because even if we draw a way to remove this turn, they try to have a lightning strike to kill us before we gain life anyway. So, all right, we're just dead. All right, tough match there. I mean, we obviously just drew all lands that game, which kind of sucks, and the Ferocidon really screwed us up. Typically a good matchup, I think, especially in game ones, but things just didn't really work out for us. Maybe I should have left in 2 Banishing Lights as well as the 2 Declaration Stones because kind of forgot about Ferocidon being so good. Lifelink's a huge part of how we win that matchup. God, come on. Bottom mulligan's to 6, and here we are, wishing we had fast lands or pain lands in our deck. Also have Sram and 0 1-mana auras, which is pretty tough. We're on the draw and our opponent mulliganed. I'm going to keep. Not thrilled about it, but we could just draw a Plains or Hallowed Fountain. His hand's pretty good. All right. Hand's definitely fine against Thoughtseize, because we have a lot of creatures, so. Take the Adanto Vanguard. Interesting. They play a Swamp, and they have another Thoughtseize. This one's definitely taking Sram. And now we are pretty naked to the card Fatal Push. But it is currently the life we are living right now, unfortunately. Take the Banishing Light. That's pretty interesting. They probably already have Fatal Push then. Might have multiple Fatal Pushes, honestly. Ethereal Armor, sure. Alright, so we're going to Hopeful Eidolon. Play land. Obviously being stuck in Guildgate world here kind of sucks, but we draw a land, we can go Sram plus Armor and draw a card. It feels pretty good. Any 2-4 we can get feels nice. Well, we did do that, so alright. And now, if they want to kill Sram, they have to kill the Hopeful Eidolon also. They're pushing the Sram, sure. Still draw a card. There's our 2-for-1. Like that. Could have like Teferi here to bounce the Eidolon, which would be kind of annoying, but no, okay. Alright, so here's where the Shieldmate looks pretty nice. We get to bestow the Shieldmate onto the Hopeful Eidolon. And if they Wrath, we still have a creature in play, which is cool, so. Salumgar's Scorn. I guess I'm an idiot for not playing a land. Did not consider playing around Slumgar's Scorn. Alright, well, I guess I'm dumb. I'm not going to play this in case they have a Wrath. Do they also have a Dragon? If it's Fairy. Alright. That's pretty good. I suppose they have another Slumgar Scorn. It sucks, but we're just going to crank out the Sram here and play all the glitters and draw a card. Stubborn Denial is nice. Can't Stubborn Denial or Wrath, but alright. We're gonna bestow the Eidolon here. If we draw a land, we can Stubborn Denial maybe. I guess we're attacking the Teferi anyway. So might be some value in just playing a Trailblazer, but I guess let's just attack Teferi first. We're definitely going to attack Teferi. I think we are. Four mana. Blessed Alliance? Well, that card is very good against us, unfortunately. Yeah, that kind of sucks. All right. Guess we're going to play both of these. We'll hold one to bestow. Thoughtseize. Not sure why they didn't just draw step that with their Teferi, but who am I to judge, you know? Hope we draw a really good one to punish them. Obviously not. I mean, banishing Lightning Teferi feels awful. We could just poke it with the Hopeful Eidolon. We're just like not currently doing anything, which sucks. I mean, they have 0 cards in hand. And the dragon they're most likely to play is Dragonlord Ojtai, which is hexproof anyway. Alright, I guess we just banishing like the stupid Teferi and attack for 1. Does not feel good, but a Detention Sphere. That's pretty damn lame. So they get to sphere my Banishing Light and bounce that. That's actually fine. Now we just hope bestow onto the Trailblazer. That's actually not that bad. Or that. But if the Obsession hits the Teferi, they don't die. Yeah, we got Obsession and hit them, I think. I hope I didn't draw a kill spell off their draw off Teferi. This is like borderline nightmare matchup. Just mono removal spells, Blessed Alliance, Fatal Push. Oh my god. They run at us. That's so sick. Alright. Runner, removal spell. Oh boy. Griffspoon. Get blown out by another Fatal Push. I mean, don't know if we can beat Triple Thoughtseize, Triple Fatal Push, Blessed Alliance, Teferi. Alright. Not too good. Not too good. Blessed Alliance in particular is very good against us too. Gets around Dante Vanguard, gets around the Pro Black creature. All right, let's bring in our Presences and our Strokes and our Stubborn Denials and our Knight of Graces. And we're going to cut the Banishing Lights. Something I want to bother fighting that fight. Also want to cut only a number of Griff Boons because frankly we just don't care about the evasion. I haven't drawn a Helm of the Gods yet. It's definitely one of our best cards. I'm going to cut all the glitters and leave it. I'll cut one Griff Boon, so I'll have one Griff Boon left. I suppose Elspeth, Sun's Champion, would actually be impossible to beat without Griff Boon, so I'll leave one in our deck. Ideally, with 4 Stubborn Denials and a Disdainful Stroke and a fast clock, we don't allow them to get to Elspeth, Sun's Champion, but excuse me. Okay. It's fine. We're gonna keep. It's pretty vulnerable to Thoughtseize, but opponent mulligans to 6 again. I'll play Shieldmate on 1. God damn it. Well, that makes our hand fall apart pretty much. Okay, never mind. We're back. Question here is, do I cast the Ethereal Armor or not? It would deal an extra 3 damage, but it's really bad if they have a removal spell because they got to kill this anyway. I don't think I do. Right now we have a must-kill creature in play, and it'll at least be at parity if they kill it. Probably not good for us. Oh, wow. We hidden. And another Nyxborn Shieldmate. Okay. I guess we're just going to cast the Shieldmate naked. We could bestow it, but if they have like a negate or something, that would get rid of it. Whereas just casting it does not fall to that, so they have to Fairy to bounce the other Shieldmate. I want to have something in play to attack it. I mean, I played her on the 4 of their deck. I'm sure we don't have 4 Detention Spheres, but well, that sucks. Let's draw Sram or something. No, just Helm of the Gods finally. Just brutal. They have 5 cards in their hand. I mean, we cast Sram and they have Silumgar Scorn. The game's pretty bad for us. Could try and wait. We do Armor, Presence, and Stubborn Denial, which is really good. I'm just going to wait and not do anything and see what they do. Okay, we got him. All right. Well, Sram it up. And I guess we're just going to armor on the Sram. Because play Trailblazer and armor. Then we're taking down presence. So do we stub here, or do we at Johnny's presence here? I think we stub. I kind of don't want to armor again. Even though I draw a card, I'd like to spread it out if possible. I'm just going to play the Trailblazer and say go. Languish. Man, this is like just hell. So I just get massively punished. I mean, we're just hitting the wrong side of everything here. I mean, like, I played around Teferi, they had Detention Sphere. Played around Supreme Verdict, they had Languish. Like, this is just basically everything possible going wrong. And I'm playing around the cards that are definitely more likely each time. I mean, we can presence our Trailblazers to save it, I guess. Like, there's still 4 cards left. Like, almost didn't use Gideon. That'd been cool. Still 4 spells in their hand. I just block every turn with the Knight. I can't play this because we just get Wrathed or Detention Sphered or Languished or whatever. I guess Languish doesn't matter, but... Oh, we currently can't beat the board? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is an actual nightmare. We draw a counter spell and a counter to Fairy. They draw to Fairy. Oh god. Alright, I think we're done here. I'm not playing anymore. Alright, it's a pretty frustrating match there, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we played around the wrong card, I guess, like 3 times in a row. Seems pretty tough though. I mean, if your opponent's gonna be loading up on things like Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Languished, Fairy, Detention Sphere. Oh look, still at all these too. Yeah, so that's gonna be tough. So rough start here, rough start for sure. Lose a squeaker against mono red. I guess that game 2 wasn't a squeaker, and then just get crushed by a deck that should probably crush us. Definitely want to be playing a deck like Bogles. If your opponents are playing decks like that. Honestly, not really sure. You could max out on Knight of Grace, I guess. But if they have Detention Sphere and Teferi and Languish also, I don't know. Languish is a pretty tough one because usually our stuff gets big enough to get around it, but we bring in Presence to deal with Wrath, but doesn't deal with Languish. Just rough all around. All right, we'll keep. Just gonna ship a land. Not an awesome hand, that's for sure, but once upon a time. There was a rootbound crag. There was a big tree. And Magic Online tried to crash. Pelt Collector. Alright. I mean, all that glitters will put this shield mate to 4 toughness, which is probably enough to survive any kill spell they would have, so. Poor allied color decks. Gotta play things like Game Trail and Mana Confluence. It's tough. The imbalance of dual lands in the format's pretty annoying. Burning Emissary, Voltaic Brawler. Pretty cute little curve there. Not a bad turn 2. 8 power in play. We would love to draw a Hopeful Eidolon. This is 2, 4, 5. Attack for 8 in the air, and then kill them with any enchantment, I suppose. I mean, bestowing Shieldmate is also +3 to toughness. So we would have a 4. We'd have a 5, 7, which would not survive one of the +4/+4 pump spells if they're playing Collision Colossus, but would survive most other things. It's kind of a tough spot. It's a lot of power on turn 2, not gonna lie. We double boon. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They go to 10. If I play this, they go to 9. And then we're 1. I guess we would need to, this might die in combat. This is a tough spot. I kind of tempted just to bestow and say go on defense, but if they attack, things get really, really awkward. Experiment 1 is a good start for us. It's also fine. So they Bushwhacker. If they want to attack, we have great blocks here, so sure. Brawler makes the energy makes the brawler bigger. Probably just blocking here. Taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, taking 12. That's a lot, but stubborn denial. Well, I think we're dead again, unfortunately. I guess attacking for like 15 damage on turn 3 might be too good for us. Just gonna play a boon and say go and leave it to them to try and kill us. Maybe they're scared of a Azorius Charm or something. I don't know. Nope. Yeah, that's a pretty good hand. That is a pretty good hand. And he killed us on turn 4 through a big blocker over multiple turns. That is, that's a goldfish. That's definitely a goldfish. All right, let's bring in our declarations and our authorities. We're going to cut Ondo Vanguard. I guess our strokes aren't good here either. I mean, our stubborn denials. we leave in one Adanto Vanguard just to have another creature. Yeah, not running so hot today. Definitely not running so hot today. But imagine that our goldfish should be better than theirs, but not 15 power attacking on turn 3 good. That's a little too good, I suppose. Right, well, Authority helps a lot. I mean, if we just draw a Hopeful Eidolon, that also helps. I mean, if our one drop if it was a Hopeful Eidolon in that game, we never lost that game in a million years. So, okay. Authority, one drop, Obsession, Armor. This is a very good end. We're going to keep this, and we're going to one drop into Obsession, Authority. Might Armor Authority, actually, to keep it above Lightning Strike range. We'll see what they do in turn 1 here. Nothing? Okay. Yeah, we're actually going to Armor. I didn't play the Authority. Maybe I just Armor Obsession, actually. Yeah, it's even better. What am I thinking here? Just be aggressive. I guess they could have, like, Revelry post board, but... Destructive Revelry is legal. Cinder Vines is legal. Burning Tree Emissary. Reckless Bushwhacker. Alright, well, I guess not playing Authority there cost us a little bit, but Trailblazer? Sure, so... I guess we're going to Authority for an extra point of damage, because we are kind of racing. Even though we're going to draw a card here. Declaration in Stone. I think we hold that one. Let's play Trailblazer and play Shieldmate. We're now pretty close to lethal. We have some good blockers. We have Authority. They can't haste us. We gain some life. We have a kill spell. We're one aura away from lethal. Okay. Got that game. Quick games here. Quick games. The old scoop lag, because Magic Online's trying to run like Arena is. Alright, just run it back. Okay. Not, I mean, it's not a bad hand. We have 0-4 on turn 1. I guess Sram on 2. We're going to keep... Put them all against a 6. I don't know how many shocks they're playing. I mean, their deck seems pretty creature-focused. So I guess we'll find out. I Sram on 2 and I get to untap with it. I feel really good, but if they kill it, I feel pretty bad. So it's a pretty big toss-up. Burning Tree Emissary. Alright, so pretty good hand again. Alright, well that changes things. Alright, so now we're going to Trailblazer and say go. Even with a really good draw here, now we get to at least block this 3-power creature, so they just have the nuts again. We'll see if they have one drop into Whacker again, but now at least we can soak up this damage. The Confluence is a little awkward, but they also currently don't have red mana. So even if they have a shock, might not be able to kill the Sram. And next turn we get to draw a lot of cards. So Hardcast Once Upon a Time feels pretty good. They find an experiment one. I assume they were looking for a land. So possibly, so that might say that they have shock and they're looking for a red land to cast it, because obviously that's like one of the worst things they could do is tap 2 mana and do nothing on turn 3. So I would say we're feeling pretty good here. We're at 13. Authority's also not bad. All right, let's start with the Obsession and see if we draw land or not. We're going to put it on the Sram because I want to keep the 0-4 back on defense. We did draw a land. Six are probably going to Authority Helm. Definitely want to draw a Lifelinker. And Shocking kind of sucks. Let me see what I draw of this Sram. Declaration in Stone. That should probably hit the Brawler, I guess, since it's an attack for 4 again. If I even want to play it. This is tough. This is tough. Definitely don't want to die next turn. So I like playing Authority, but I also would like to use my mana. So the thing is it worth 2 life to play a Helm? Probably not. Just play Authority, block the 3/3, take 6 next turn. That's so much damage. But I think it's what we're doing. We now turned off Whacker is a good out. The not playing all planes definitely hurts a bit. We've taken a number of points of damage this game we would not have otherwise. Sorry. I'm very popular. Alright, Branch Emissary, gain a life, cool. They have a Whacker here? That pumps the power, but doesn't... Oh, Tarkus command? To deal +1/+1 and 3. This is fine. We're going to 1 here. This is pretty bad. Opponent's deck seems pretty good. I mean, now he can Declaration the Burning Trees, which is kind of cool. Just want to keep us alive, I guess. Alright, I guess we're going to 1. And we have mana confluences we can't cast. Awesome. Oh, man. It is pretty unfortunate we've played against probably the worst matchup in like a black, literally all removal deck, and then 2 red decks that are really punishing us for playing mana confluence. Definitely a count against playing blue in this deck, given how much damage we've taken this game, or how much potential damage we take. Like, we have 2 basically dead lands in our hand, and I just can't do anything this turn. We just have to, like, Declaration, leave 2 blockers back, lose Obsession, and pray. It just sucks. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, pretty easy blocks. And the good news is that, like, we are at 1, but we are now stable on board. And every new creature is obviously another life, so... I mean, anything that would allow this to get bigger is really bad. They have 4 cards in hand. I guess any creature they play, though, we still gain a life, but then they might have to lose this Trailblazer. which is tough. The question here is, do we just like Helm equip? Do we Helm Shieldmate? Do we Sram? Saramming isn't even great because we don't have much of a follow-up. I think it's probably just Helm equip go, which feels pretty terrible, but fortunately we've been double stone rained, so yeah, I mean, it still feels like they have a shock, given the once upon a time on turn 2, and now these crew cracks. Clue cracks? I can't speak. Don't speak! Alright, so I mean, now our Sram is worse because we played the Helm, but I guess we just Banishing Light and get in. They can't haste us, obviously, because we have the authority in play. And if we're scared they have shock, we are under a lot of pressure to actually kill them, so cool. And they did not play Experiment 1. That's kind of weird. Okay. Alright, that's pretty good. Okay, play Sram. And now, where does the Ethereal Armor go? We put on the Trailblazer and attack, and now they can attack back pretty brutally. But it is a much faster clock. This would attack for a significant amount of damage. Actually, I guess there's a difference between 2 and 1. This is fine. I do this. Add a counter, draw a card. That's not a basic planes. It sucks. I think we're going to Obsession the Trailblazer in a stack. Anything that kills Sram kills us. Nothing can pump this thing out to be lethal without playing creatures, so I think we're fine going to 1 here. Draw 2 more cards. Make this thing huge. Very, very awkward game. And that's lethal next turn. Alright. 11. So I might actually just say go now. Because now we just have a lethal attacker next turn. And I don't know what could kill us here. Which untap, Griffspoon, that's +5 or plus whatever, play Shieldmate, and then kill them. I don't know what we can lose to here. They could have like larger than life or something. Yeah, I'm just gonna just say go here and kill him next turn. Oh, I was stupid. I'm an idiot. Alright. And shock us. Cover research. Same thing. Alright, so it didn't matter either way. Oh boy. Not going so well. Not going so well. The allure to adding blue, it's honestly more Stubborn Denial than Obsession, I think. Even though the Obsessions are good, Stubborn Denial is like the interactive piece, but we just haven't really wanted them at all. You know, it's really good against ramp. It's really good against it should be good against control decks, but just nothing is actually working for us here, unfortunately. Which is weird because I think this deck is really, really good against red removal, but we just lost 2 red decks. I mean, I guess things have just gone awkwardly. Like in that game 1, they just attacked for 15 on turn 3 on the play, and they probably just beat every deck in the format with that draw. Like the mono red deck, they just had the 2 shocks the one turn we needed them to not have it. Like things have certainly gone wrong, but we also haven't really drawn Helm in those matchups, except for that one game. Like, the Helm is so good in the mono red matchups because it just allows you to pile on really easily. You want to draw Helm, and we can't keep this 5-lander, so... Alright, we're going to keep, and we're going to ship Hello. Ship the all that glitters. I mean, Trailblazer into Obsession is good unless they're playing black, so. Opponent also mulligans to 6. I think the game here is literally, are they playing black or not? If they have Thoughtseize Fatal Push, all right, they're not playing black, and we're probably going to win. Yeah, that's probably game. All right, so Obsession. And Ethereal Armor. And I would not be surprised if they just scoop right now. This is how it's supposed to work against the red decks, you know? Oh no, they're playing white too. Seeker of the Way. Sure. Sure. Give me the old Boonskis. And just send it in. And a Sram. I guess we just play Sram. And we have lethal. They've got to kill the Trailblazer or they just die, so they can't really kill the Sram. They are going for it. They are not giving up. Titan's Strength. All right. 6/4 Lifelinker. Not as big as our 8/11. So. And Defiant Strike. So probably like a feather deck, I would assume. All right, let's draw a land here, please. Nope. Would love to have lifelink there, but that's okay. Another Obsession. And are they dead now? That's +3. I believe they're dead now. Yeah, that's lethal. It's one big bopper. 14-17. So, I mean, they could have Chain to the Rocks, which might be hard to play with the mana bases in this format, but very good against us. If they're playing Feather, we must have removal spells, so I guess the Declarations are in. I'm not sure how I feel about these Stubborn Denials in this matchup. That must seem awesome. Down to Vanguard seems fine. Presence. I guess Stub is just as good as Presence. I call it like a Stub and a Glitters, I guess. Just two of the clunkier cards. I think I still want a Donto Vanguard. Maybe I want Stubs. It depends. I just don't know what kind of removal they have. If they have things that can exile large creatures, that's bad. But if they're running on like, just red removal, probably have like the 4 damage to a creature, 2 damage to your own creature card. Let's just try this. Let's mix it up a little bit. Oh boy. All dressed up and nowhere to go. We gotta ship this one. Oh my god. Mana Confluence, ahoy. I mean, what are the odds our Sram lives? Like... Oh, boy. I think we gotta just keep. Ship Boon. Don't play Sisphere. That's also bad. Alright, thanks for saying. I mean, this is actually kind of cool if we get Stubborn Denial whatever they play on this thing. 10th District Legionnaire. All right, we're super dead. Just the old double mana confluence draw. All right, Sram, you got some work to do, my friend. Yeah. All right, let's just go to the next game. I guess we'll wait one more turn. The old Reckless Rage. Decks certainly are fast in this format. Like, a lot of games are decided by turn 3 or 4. I guess that's kind of like the nature of our deck, but... Now, Pioneer is definitely not standard plus plus. There's definitely some modern in Pioneer as well. I think we just stay the same. Maybe let's cut a Boon for I guess Boon's pretty good. I'll just leave it. I was thinking maybe want to stir Stubborn Denial, but again, the 4 damage kill spell is like we could easily blank that, you know, in a turn or two. So I mean, turn 2 Sram on the draw against 1-drop, 2-drop kill spell is pretty tough. Same plays. It's not great, but it plays. Bottom log is to 6. Monastery Suspir. Reckless Raid is pretty good in their deck, but all that glitters. Suppose we get all that glitters this turn, and then set up for later turns. 6 toughness is probably too much for them to kill. And then we get to untap armor and have Stubborn Denial up. It feels pretty good. Definitely attacking because we're not blocking in the face of a Reckless Rage, which would kill it all by itself. All right, perfect. So as long as they haven't killed it, it gets untapped with Stubborn Denial now. I feel pretty good. Sram. Oh no. I can't play you, my friend. We could even like D up here a little bit and just say go. Because our attacks aren't great yet, and they get to attack back pretty well. Like we're attacking for 6, they crack back for like a lot, possibly. I guess we're racing. I guess it's fine. Just attack. 6 is 1/3 of their life total. And honestly, both shield mates aren't lethal, but prevents all damage that would be dealt to it this turn. That's kind of bad. All right. I imagine they're playing a spell that's going to target their thing and protect it. I might have a Reckless Rage here. That might have been dumb. They were to cast it anyway. That's really stupid of me. Yeah, that was a really bad play. Oh, man. If they had to cast this anyway, they were just dead, and I just gave them a free target for no reason. And there's certainly no reason to counter it, so... So exact same spot as last turn, but now we like can't really attack because we're at 10. This sucks. I think I'm just playing Shieldmate and saying go. You just drawn all 2 drops and no lands. I mean, the Reckless Rage. I get to kill my thing. So now do I Stubborn Denial this just to have a chump blocker for next turn? Like, and I probably have to, honestly. I mean, otherwise I'm just dead next turn practically. This sucks. Still have 3 cards in hand. They scry to the bottom. That's good at least. A little bit of a silver lining there. That's not good. Well, I'm not sure what that means, but it's probably really bad for us that they just shocked and attacked. I mean, they play, I guess, block here. Defiant Strike, targeting Sispir. And Boris Charm. Target creature gains double strike. And we're dead. Okay. Obviously the extremely frustrating Magic Online lag. Wow, this is going pretty badly. Yeah, not too good. Not too good. I mean, this deck when I was playing the mono white version of the deck, we were crushing. I believe I went 4-1, 4-1, and like 3-2 with like a punt or two. And if one of the 4-1 should have been a 5-0, but I punted also. And I'm playing on stream, obviously, just like not playing perfectly. But we are just getting absolutely ransacked. I don't even know what to say. Some of the Niles felt good, but the mana base has been kind of rough, and just nothing is coming together at basically any point. We've played against 3 all-in proactive decks, and 1 10,000 kill spell deck. No ramp decks, no devotion decks, no phoenix decks, no nothing else, no mid-range decks. Our opponent's proactive decks are not drawing better than us for sure. I don't know. Honestly. We are only playing 3 mana compliments, but we do draw 2 every game. This hand's still fine though. Venerable Knight. Alright. Can we beat Venerable Knight? I hope so. I really hope so. Well, it's our 3rd copy of Sram. That's not very good, but okay, sure. I mean, on top with Sram is usually pretty good. Thalia's Lieutenant. Sure. It's like a human beatdown deck. Alright, that's pretty good too. Draw a card. 2/6. You could put the armor on the Sram, just so we can attack with both. I kinda like that. Draw a Dante Vanguard. Alright. and draw a shield mate. Now, you could save that to bestow and draw a card next turn, but yeah, I think we're going to do that actually. So we got to guarantee that the Blazer gets bigger. Trailblazer. So it's like a knight human hybrid deck. Another Curious Obsession. That is pretty good. But I think that I want that to go in Sram though, so I split up the obsessions. All right, so let's obsession here. Helm of the Gods. That's also pretty good. Helm of the Gods. Draw a card. Hopeful Eidolon is nice. Equip this here. Attack for 1,000,000. Oh boy, my friend, it's got first strike. And the concession. They brave the elements. Okay, that's fun. That's pretty good, honestly. But I think we've drawn enough cards of Sram that we're probably okay. So now you have a 3/7. They're at 9. Shock in play. I guess we're gonna play the shield mate because we're just gonna bestow the Eidolon next turn. Benosh Marshall, which is a knight also. Cute. And a human. It's a pretty real attack. This is 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. We're at 7. I mean, if they have another Brave the Elements, we're just dead, I think. Might be dead, honestly. And anyway, honestly. You only gain 6 here, and they're attacking for 100,000,000 back. $13, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we're just dead. Let's make a human. It does make a human. That's cute. Yeah, I mean, we're just dead. All right. I guess Declaration Stone's coming in. I mean, Hushbringer turns off Dies Lieutenant, the death trigger on the knight. Stops the is that knight cast, or it's whenever you cast the knight spell? I mean, we definitely don't want a Danto Vanguard. Don't think you want Stubborn Denial either, honestly. I guess Hushbringer just coming in. It's just a decent vessel anyway for ores. It already has lifelink. Alright, we'll go first. I mean, it's not very good, but I guess we're keeping. We're attacking for a good amount on turn 2. Oh, that's even more. I mean, if they have a removal spell, we just lose, but whatever, I guess. No subtlety. Worthy Knight. And I believe they are dead. It is 10. Nope, we put them to 1. God damn it. So I probably should... whatever. So we're not going to play the other shield mate, because if they have a Declaration Stone, I want to have a creature left over. So it's probably their only out. All right. More time in scoop lag than we did actually playing the game. All right, let's go to game 3, I guess. And they probably have 3 or 4 Declaration Stone, and that's it. Unfortunately, a Giant's Presence doesn't stop that. I can't leave in Stubborn Denial because their deck is 90% creatures. So if they draw Declaration, kind of just sucks. Try and spread out our ores a little bit. That game we didn't really have luxury to, but obviously it worked out fine. God. All right, one mulligan. All right, we'll keep, and turn 2, 2/2 Eidolon of a draw is not even good enough. I kind of think we just keep the Hushbringer and just go nuts on it. Just ditch the Hopeful Eidolon. Let's go all in, I guess. Inspector is good. I guess we only have 1 blue source. Maybe I should ship the Obsession. I don't know. Ithian. Bodyguard. I guess them flipping Kithian's annoying. That's pretty good. Alright. I mean, they get to flip this. Target creature gains indestructible and tap the creature, or the creature has to attack Gideon. I guess making my Obsession creature have to attack Gideon kind of sucks. It's basically just a 4/4. So now my Obsessions look bad. God damn it. Oh, man. I guess we're just firing in both Obsessions anyway, so you still gain 3 life. Yeah, that's the game. Huh. Sure. Well, this has been one of the most embarrassing leagues I have ever played. I don't think I've ever been so shellacked. Which is weird, because like I said, this deck was crushing on my stream. I mean, same leagues, you know, mostly the same deck. I mean, so this is the version we just played. And then the version we were crushing with, like a week ago, was this version, where we were just playing Brave the Elements instead of Stubborn Denial. And we were playing like 2 cartouches and an extra Banishing Light, an extra Danto Vanguard over the Curious Obsessions. Obviously, our mana was much better because we didn't have any mana problems. No, we didn't take any damage from our lands. No lands coming in tapped, and so on and so forth. But yeah, I don't even know what to say. I have nothing productive to say. This deck was going 4-1 consistently on my stream. All the videos are on YouTube, so you're welcome to go watch them. But that was just an absolute shellacking. I don't even know what to say. We basically just lost to the goldfish. Or like we were a goldfish. Our opponents just played their stuff and killed us. You know, like they just put 50 power in play on turn 3 and killed us every game. The mono white deck did that. The red green deck did that. And the mono red deck, I guess, like we lost that super close game 1, or maybe we could have like waited a turn on the Hopeful Eidolon, and then we lost to Rampaging Ferocidon, basically straight up, which is fine, I guess. I mean, I think the red deck is a good matchup, but if you can't gain life, it's pretty hard. Beating that Esper deck seems pretty hard. If they're going to have Languish and Attention Sphere and Fatal Push and Thoughtseize and Teferi and every single possible avenue of interaction, it's probably a tough one to win. But I don't know. I honestly don't know what to say. I guess this deck is too fragile. I guess maybe you want to be playing Boggles instead. But that wasn't the case last week. I don't know what has changed too much. This deck did seem pretty good against the Devotion decks, because they don't really interact with your stuff and you just kill them. Seems like it's really good against Ramp with your Stubborn Denials and stuff, but sometimes it just don't work. I don't even know what to say. What would I change? I'd tell Wizards to print fast lands, like give me some damn Seachrome Coast, so I'm not gonna play these mana confluences. You know, if we had 4 Seachrome Coasts and 4 Adhikar Wastes, our mana base would be infinitely better. That wouldn't hurt. That definitely wouldn't hurt. I don't know. Maybe we want some more removal on the board. Like, there isn't really great removal in white. Declaration Stone's okay. Banishing Light's fine for the main deck, I think. It's not like a 2-mana sorcery speed Doomblade was really helping us that much anyway in those games. I don't know. That's all I got, honestly. I'm sorry I don't have more than that. I'm somewhat dumbfounded. I was actually very much looking forward to playing this deck after crushing with the mono white version of the deck. The blue Stubborn Denial edition seemed awesome to me, but I don't know. Them's the breaks. Sometimes you just get destroyed. So I don't know, but check out CoolStuffInc.com for the companion article to this video. If you're watching on YouTube, there's always a companion article on Cool Stuff. I do a video Monday and article Friday on CoolStuffInc.com. Also use promo code Jim5 for 5% off your order on Cool Stuff when you're buying all your Pioneer cards. Check that out. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the Cool Stuff YouTube channel as well. And I guess I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully I'll win a match. That'd be pretty cool. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you all next time here for CoolStuffInc.com. I am Jim Davis. Have a good one.